This is the Bottom Line Sports Show with Gerald Brown and Rick Mahorn.
Imagine you trade a Chet Holmgren for a Giannis Antetokounmpo.
These guys are athletic as you know what, and you go like, oh my gosh, where's the fundamentals? Where's the pass first mentality? That's not in the league anymore.
And now here's your host, Gerald Brown and Rick Mahorn.
What's going on, everybody? Bottom Line Sports Show is here. Gerald Brown. I'll wait for Rick Mahorn to join me and stuff. And I'm going to call this the day after, right? It's the day after. And I'm speaking to all of my Knicks fans, the Knicks brethren out there. I'm speaking to you. But first and foremost, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram. Follow Rick on as well as Instagram, as well as on social media. Keep up with all the happenings we got going on with the Bottom Line Sports Show. And also, too, one of the things I want you to understand about the Bottom Line Sports Show, we have a rich history of so many different moving pieces and parts. So do yourself a favor. When you go on the YouTube channel, go back and you'll see some of the early things that we've done with people like Penny Hardaway, late great Phife Dawg, Nas, you name it. We covered sports and entertainment like none other. And our history is deep. So check that out. But getting back to what I was saying before, it's the morning after. It's the day after, not the morning, but day after. I'm speaking to Knicks fans. And the biggest thing is you had the Knicks who blew this massive 12-point lead. Some say 14 at one point. I'm going to say 12-point lead. A lot of criticism. You know, Mikal Bridges shouldn't have shot the ball, all these different things. I'm going to borrow a line out of Aaron Rodgers of the NFL. RELAX. Relax. Knicks fans, just relax. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the biggest thing of it all, the Knicks, I don't think there's another team in the league, as the big fellow, Mr. MC Ricky Mahorn joins. Big Rick on the phone. What's up, Big Rick?
Man, I had a doctor's appointment, man. They was running tests on my old ass.
No, you ain't old. You wise. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing, G? I'm sorry I'm late, man. Normally, when I was I was trying to get out of there, man. That dude was steady, but I had acupuncture. You ever had that?
No, but TMI, that's too much information.
No, G. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you some things, man. You need to try it. That's all I'm gonna say. I see. You know what? I see why LeBron James is still in the league. And you want to know something? I respect that. And reason why I respect that, they have, let me just say, technology has gone from ice bags to the cold plunges to, these sleep tanks, these salt baths. Gee, it's it went from here to way past my head, man. I swear, if I was still, if God blessed me to play now, man, I'd never leave the gym, dude.
Let me ask you something.
What's up?
Did you have that cupping? Did you do that cupping?
I did the cupping before. Now it's so intense now that they light the cup on there, light it up on you like, put it like the acupuncture. They used to like the sticks that, the pins, the top of the pins, because that absorbs the moisture and it makes it tighter. So the cup is pulling on your skin. And man, let me just say this to you, man. Whole new, excuse my French, fucking level. I see, you know what? That's why I see, I was in Pistons practice today. So that's where that's where I'm at now. So I'm like, whoa. I walked out of there, I felt 2-3 inches taller because of the back surgery that I had, because it limits you to use your hip flexors. This dude hit me on my leg, and that my leg started shaking like this. And I'm like, He said, "Let me know if you feel pain or you feel, the nerve." Gerald Brown, Gerald Gerald Cletus Brown. I'm gonna tell you right now, and all the fans out there, if you never tried acupuncture, find a good acupuncturist to do it, man, because it's a whole new thing. It's not they put the and it's like the nerves, and man, this guy is from Chicago. He's a Bulls fan, but he was telling me, he said, yeah, I got a brother that's a diehard Bulls fan, and next thing you know, he wants, if I ever do the Pistons, he wants me to really get them and stuff, man. I fell out, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's one of the most amazing things I've had.
Well, you know what? First and foremost, you scared me because at first I said you were at the doctors and all that stuff. I'm glad that you're doing well. I got to tell you this, and
What's up?
I'm so glad that we're on. First of all, you look sharp on television the other night. I'm gonna let you know you look sharp. Maurizio called me. He said, Big Rick. I said, yo, they giving Big Rick a little close up there. I said, oh my God.
Hey,
He had that good old Deacon shirt on.
Hey, I was the man from Black, man. I got to give props to one of my tailors, my boy Everett Hall down in D.C. He's been rocking and rolling with me since 1987, and I mean look. I like sharp. I like to look nice. I like my fit tight. Boy, this dude, he made me an all black Gap suit. We need to have a show about just some clothes because Wait, hey! I don't even want to show you, but this gonna be nice on the next show.
We got Kevin Willis coming on.
Talking about fashion. That dude with them little short arms, looking like a Pterosaurus Rex, and boy, that dude, he used to shoot that jumper so quick you couldn't even block it because his release was so short. It's like, but back, but out there in America, if you have an opportunity and out in the world, take care of yourself. That's all I can say. Take care of yourself as much as you can, because you don't know what to do. I wake up in the morning, I'm prayed up. Hey, if I'm going, I'm good. If I'm here, I'm still good. It's like I'm all goody all day. So anyway,
let's get into this real quickly. The day after, Knicks fans are going crazy. We got Kevin Willis coming momentarily. He's going to get himself set up. But I want to get your thoughts on this because I know for a fact that when we look at the fact is that when you look at a lot of the times players will say you don't really worry about, the series doesn't start till the road team wins on another team's home court. We had that last night. Knicks fans is going berserk. And I'm saying you got to relax. It's so much pressure.
Where's Tom Thibodeau? Hello, Tom. Yeah, that was. Let me say this, Gerald. The season. They say the playoffs don't start till the road team. I don't give a damn. If you're a good team, you play the way you're supposed to play. And the Pistons lost to Orlando Magic. The first game on Sunday. And a lot of people. I picked, we talked about it earlier. I said, teams I worry about in the East because they can kind of be compatible to what the Pistons are. And I looked at it, I'm going like, now Orlando's full strength, and the Knicks playing the Hawks. These ain't no gimme games. The Knicks can go down to Atlanta because I coached in Atlanta, and sometimes we was playing the Knicks. It was all Knicks fans at the game. You know what I mean? It's like it's no home court advantage if you have a team that just plays hard and plays defense. And I had to give it to Orlando. They played defense. They took away some of our strengths, and it just didn't work right. But game two is that's when the series starts on game two.
It's rust. I would say that with rust. Let's bring on this gentleman right here because you know what? We always like to reward our guests that come on time and stuff like that. You know what? NBA champion. He flopped.
Wait a minute. Did you call him a champion? Where did he
get a championship?
Where did he get a ring at?
Don't you do that, Rick. Don't do that, Rick.
Hey, K-Will, where you get a ring at, man? Let me see.
Man, come on, baby.
Kevin Willis.
What up,
Fly
Rick?
KW, Fly Willis. Mr.
What's
Kevin
up,
Willis.
bro? How you doing, man?
Hey,
Hey, look, Will, look, what? Come on, man. You supposed to be flying fresh, man.
Man, hey, not
Long
right
day,
now.
long
Huh?
day.
Hey, you know I can get it done though.
But it's a long day.
Long day, boy.
Oh
Long
man,
day.
listen. I'm still, I'm still waiting on them shoes. But you know what? It's all
there you go.
good. It's all good. That's why we had to beat up on the Atlanta Hawks a little
Yeah,
bit.
he did.
You
He
know,
did.
you
I
know, I,
took my licks.
You gave him out too, though.
Oh yeah. Eventually, I got to that. I had to
Yes, you
take them
did,
first,
man.
though.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us. And
Yeah.
let's get right to it, man. Rick and I was just talking about, obviously, one of your former teams, the Atlanta Hawks, came into New York. They played them tough in game one, just really didn't have enough to get over the hump. And then they stunned them in game two. And obviously, it's been a big, big shift. A lot of Knicks fans are really in shock. What were your overall thoughts of the Atlanta Hawks getting that W in game two?
I think it started late in the season when they I think they lost about 5 or 6 straight, something like that. And then they sort of had a little beaten, man, and say, you know what, we gotta sort of turn this thing around. And once they started believing in each other, playing hard together, playing for each other, things start happening for them. Next thing you know, they win 10 straight. They win, I think it was 11 out of 13, man. So them cats is really, really balling. And now we're in the playoffs. These guys are sort of, they got that chemistry down real tight. And so they believe in like they did in the later part of the season. And you could see in game one, they were like sort of suspect, man. They were trying to figure things out because all them young boys, man, they never had that type of experience before. And so, and then they got late in the game, they started to believe, hey, we can possibly win this game. But obviously they came up short, man. But last night, though, boy, that was a lot of grit right there, man. That's some old school basketball right there, man. They played hard, they played with some tenacity, and they played with a purpose. And they came out and they stole that one in New York, man. That was a tough game, but they got it.
Hey, K. Will, we've been in battles. You know how how we used to we couldn't stand each other, but
Right,
when once all the lights turn off, we already realized who's a true person, and you has always been a true person to me. I know
Thanks,
we
Rick. Appreciate
battled,
that, boy.
and it was like, okay, forget Dominique, forget K. Will, forget House. I ain't care Tree Rollins. But we battled. But here's the thing: when you look at the trade, was that the turning point for this Atlanta Hawks team?
That was a trade. I mean, that trade, I always thought Trey was a great player, man. Good player, man. But I always said in my heart that he's not that franchise type player. He's not like an Isaiah who can, in a guard position, be able to lead a team, man, and sort of demand that respect. And he's a quiet type guy, as far as I know. He was in the locker room. He was off to himself after the games and all that. That's not going to take a team anywhere, man. So it was about that time, 7 years, 8 years in Atlanta. He had a great run here in Atlanta, but they needed to do what they did. They traded Trey away. They bought that young nucleus in there, man. And these guys believe in themselves. They believe in each other, and that's what took them where they are now.
Looking at that team and with the young talent that they have, this boy Johnson, man, is what's up with these triple doubles? And you got a guy like Daniels who can lock people down.
Yeah.
What you had chemistry with Doc Rivers and Glenn, Mike Glenn. Y'all had a nucleus. It's like playing together is and understanding roles. How important was that for them to get their roles, especially acquiring a veteran leadership like CJ McCollum?
CJ, man, he's that glue. And I think when they started to say, we got a vet in here who's been proven, he's been there, done this, he kind of pulled them all together. I'm quite sure he had some amazing conversations with those young boys, man, and they started to believe. And so when you got these guys in there and they're playing for each other, that's the important thing. You play for each other, good things happen. And that's what they're doing right now. They're playing for each other. They're playing hard. They're playing smart. And they're not trying to do too much. They're not trying to just go for it all in the first quarter, second quarter. That's what they're doing.
And also the trade for, what's his name, the guy out there in Kuminga.
Kuminga, yes.
And the way that he comes off that bench, you had guys back in the day, you find that bench player. It's important to have guys that been in a winning kind of organization, but yet was disgruntled in one place because he couldn't get no time. Now it's like, damn, this dude doing his thing.
Kuminga is a hell of a ball player. I thought he was when he was with Golden State. I don't know what the rift was between him and Steve or whatever it was. But anyway, he had to leave. It was time for him to leave. So now he's in Atlanta. He's sort of reborn again, man. He's found himself. He's got that confidence back. And so he knows he's coming off the bench. He knows he's going to get the minutes. He knows he can go out there and perform and shoot and do what he does best. And when he does that like he did last night, man, he caught fire, man. And that was it. He took them boys over the hump, man. All the hustle plays, the tip backs, the defense. He helps that team a lot. And he on top of that, he has the experience.
Yeah. Kevin, when you look at, the bigs that they have, Okongwu, I hope I'm saying the brother name, Okongwu,
right.
A lot of that Atlanta Hawks team, they rely heavily on the three-point shot. And obviously, you see a lot of that. How surprised are you that they're not really trying to, granted, obviously the size might be an issue, but how surprised are you that they're not really trying to have the big fella around that basket, trying to get easier shots as opposed to really staying out on the perimeter a lot?
Nah, they got enough perimeter guys, man. So his job is to come in and grab them offensive rebounds, keep the ball alive, hustle plays, things like that, and give these guys second and third attempts at the shot, man. But for them to rely on him down low on the block, no, he ain't got enough meat on his bones for that. Because you can see Big Towns, man, is just bang bang dogging him and putting it in. But they can neutralize all that, man. They got to take the ball to the hole strong and make Towns come kick it, and that's all they do, and shoot it, and they've been successful so far.
Yeah.
When you look at teams and you being in the playoffs, when you look at teams and you say, what is the head of the snake? What is New York's head of the snake is Brunson, but it seems like they got a rift between him and Towns. What do you think from your standpoint, outside looking in?
We all know it's Bronson's team. We all know that. Towns, he has to understand that, play to your strengths. This guy is the leader of the team. He's the leading scorer of the team. And when he goes, everybody else goes. And if Towns just continue to stay within his lane and do what he does best, I think they have a great success of winning this whole thing. But right now, if they start going back and forth and this is me, I need the ball more, they're gonna tank it, man. They won't go far in the playoffs. You can't have that.
Yeah. When you look at these playoffs thus far, Kevin, when you look at them, what team and what matchup has really caught your attention outside of the Atlanta and Knicks series? What series thus far has really caught your attention and kind of been surprising to you?
I was going to say San Antonio, but them guys got something over there, man. It's special, extremely special. And they got that alien over there just neutralizing everything on the court from every angle. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's still so early in the playoffs. We're only in the second game, but I did watch the Denver game last night in Minnesota. They came back. Ant-Man came back and did his thing. They kind of neutralized the big fella in Denver. But Murray did his thing. But it's still early. I'm going to give another game or two, like game 3, game 4. That's when it's really going to you'll be able to determine what's going to happen.
Yeah. When you spoke about, I'm sorry, Rick, you spoke about San Antonio, and I wanted to ask you, obviously, you had an opportunity to go down there and be a part of that culture.
Mm-hmm.
Did it really live up to everything you expected, or were you surprised at the culture? Now, granted, it's different now because they have a different coaching staff in place, but it seems like the foundation is in place to really have that sort of stability to really warrant with a player like Wembanyama. But when you played there, obviously, did it surprise you that the culture and the stability this organization has?
Man, Gerald, that culture was just unbelievable, man. That was probably, I was going on my
30th year.
Time.
Your 30th year.
Exactly.
Get your money. Hey, get your money.
Mind you, it's cool to have your boys. You play like with Neek and Spud and all those guys for all those years, man. But we didn't have nowhere near the culture them guys had. We didn't know what that was about. But we went to San Antonio, from top to bottom, man, from the fan base to the guys who clean the stadiums, man, to the popcorn guys. Everybody seemed like they played a role, and the sense of all the egos, all that stuff was out the door. Everybody wanted to play for each other. And they played within the system. Pop had a system, and everybody bought into it. And you can see it from that. Success speaks for itself. I mean,
like you just said, you had guys in Atlanta, but then when you get to San Antonio, what was the biggest difference? Because y'all had a monster squad.
yeah,
Every time, you had Neek across the board, Spud coming
yeah,
off the bench.
yeah.
Listen, Doc
And
Rivers,
Mhm.
House, y'all had a team. What was it that couldn't get y'all over the hump?
Man, we were so young, but we were athletic. We were hungry. We were determined. But I think personally, man, everything starts from the top. And then how you treat your players, how committed are you to your team, your players, and this organization.
Preach, son, preach.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it speaks volume. So when you're trying to nitpick this and that, it all comes back and bites you, man. So, but as a team, as players, we knew our nucleus was strong. No matter what the front office did, no matter what, as long as they keep us together, we're going to try to do what we can do to try to get advanced in the playoffs, overcome you guys, overcome Boston, whoever it was. But when the front office starts to break the thing up, as you know, Rick, once that starts, the splinters start creeping in. And we weren't mature enough like it was in San Antonio, because we had some vets on. Majority of the guys were vets other than Tony, Mono, and maybe one or two other guys. But man, that team was loaded, man. That team was really loaded, man. Really, with David and Tim. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was loaded, man.
You guys were loaded in Atlanta, and I mean,
but we were just young. We were super young, man. We were super young. We was trying to get ourselves in a position to say we one of the best teams in the league. We knew we could potentially win it at some point, try to get to the higher in the playoff, further in the playoffs. But we knew we wanted to be like Detroit's, like Boston's, like LA. We wanted to be in that echelon of teams when people start talking about the top teams in the league. We wanted to be in that conversation. And once we got in that conversation, then we figure, okay, now we can compete now. And now we believe we can, advance further.
At some point, do you think the players didn't have the accountability? Because obviously you guys were in the trenches like that. Because I mean, let's be honest, on paper, you guys should have won at least a championship or come very, very close. Because top to bottom, you guys were stacked.
We were loaded.
Say that obviously also the players in some capacity you have to be accountable for coming up short.
You know what? The guys on that team, man, they get from Cliff to Twan, Spud, Battle, all the guys, reserve guys, knew the reserves say, you know what? We are like Batman and Robin. When we come in, we got to keep that same momentum as the starters did. And they had a certain mindset, man. And they live with that. They live and die by that. If they were successful, but they put everything out there 110% every time they went out there. But the starters were the ones that we didn't point fingers a lot of time at each other, man. If we get upset with each other, okay, cool, we're done with it. We got to move on to the next thing. But we had a hell of a team, and I think if they didn't start trading players after we took Boston to that 7th game, and we came back that next season, that whole nucleus, we would have went somewhere, man.
Yeah.
We were ready then. We was ready then. Then we were battle tested.
Right, you went through it.
We played Detroit, and then we went to Boston, and by that time we was battle tested, man. And we said, you know what? We lost in Game 7, but next year we're gonna be ready. Yeah.
Kevin, and you watching these playoffs during the regular season, it's a lot of whistles and all that stuff. Is this a throwback in the playoffs with not the refs not calling, letting you fight through that shit?
That's
you ain't got to
right.
sit there and cry like, hey, I got hit on my pinky toe.
I'm loving it.
You love that part. I love it too. I wish.
Did it, man. It is. I'm loving it because that's how it's supposed to be played. That's how the refs supposed to keep that whistle in your pocket or down on your stomach somewhere, because when they're playing like this, you can see that competitiveness, man. You can see the toughness come out, and guys like that. But when you start blowing the whistle every other call, that's ridiculous. But I love how they're playing now when New York was here about 2 weeks ago in the regular season, tell people, I said, that was the best competitive game I've seen in probably the last 50 games with the Hawks at home with someone else. They played, the ref let them play, and they came up short, but you could see, you know what? That's kind of old school right there, how they played tonight. That's old school right there. I like that. Yes, I love it.
Let me ask you this, though, Kevin, and definitely Rick, chime in, please. When you look and you guys talk about, obviously, and this kind of started, I would say, last year in the playoffs, where you had that change where now physicality was going in. If you will, the referee swallowed the whistles, let the guys play as pros.
Right.
You think that where the game is at right now, and so many complaints about, obviously games not being worth watching during the regular season, guys not playing. Do you think that if the league went back to a system of implementing that physicality during the regular season, that it would entice people to sort of tune back in? I'll start with you, Ken.
I think they should start from day one, man, all the way from the preseason, and just bring it forward, man. Bump all this, now we're going to pick it up a little bit. We're going to allow them to play a little bit more, a little tougher now in the playoffs. No, man, carry that thing all the way through, man. Forget about all that stuff. Oh, we don't want to put all this pressure and make the guys get hurt and all that. Get out of here with all that. We want to play, man. It's about playing basketball.
And to answer to follow up with Kevin, I like the physical style of the game. But you know what? But when you look at it now, it's all about entertainment. We didn't shoot a lot of threes. It's entertainment, and to a degree. And so the regular season, I was looking at 142. I'm sitting there going like, "What's this? The Denver Nuggets again?" Back in the day, you got they shoot threes up and down. Alex English and Kiki Vandeweghe and all them dudes. I'm sitting there going like, yeah. So you go like, okay, T.R. Dunn was the post-up guy, and everybody else was shooting threes. But, so when you say that about, I love it when it comes to the playoffs, because it's like, do they call it throwback? No, that's called basketball. That's mano y mano. If you cannot fight through the little bumps and bruises, hey, you don't need to be out on the court. That's why they call it a team. So, Kev, before I know, we let. Well, I don't know if you got to go, but
no, I'm good.
Okay, so when I'm looking at the MVP, and I'm looking at the guys that the final three, who is your MVP?
Man, I've got to say Wemby, because from what he did last year, he went through that. I think he had some little injury he had and some medical issue he had, and then to do this, what he's doing now, is remarkable, man. Now they got 62, 63 win season after like last year, just like nothing. And how he's sort of taken that team, man, and put them on his little narrow shoulders, man, and said, "Let's go, guys." And they're doing what they're doing, man. So he's my MVP. I mean,
what if you had to check him? How would you play him? Because he's outside in the three, and then he comes down there. They throw a lob.
What can you do?
You not a damn thing.
He's agile. He's quick. He got handles. He's long as I don't know what, man. Only thing we can do, man, is try to body him. And if anything by that rim, you can forget it. It's over. It's over. He's too long, man. He's like a giraffe, man. He's just too long, dog. He's too long, and he's skilled. That's skill right there. He got some real skill, man. So my thing with these players today, man, I really had to sit back and kind of watch these guys, man, and say, you know what? It's a different era, a different time, but these guys can play, man. These guys can really play basketball. Maybe the rules are a little different. Maybe they get away with a little bit more all this. I don't know what this thing where they can move about 3 or 4 steps before they call the travel. I don't know what all that. Well, outside of that, them cats are skilled, man. Them cats can go, man. Them cats and all the threes. Now we've got in our system. We used to watching them shoot all these threes now, but their skill level, Rick, is just is
out the door.
Yeah, it is.
I'm surprised you didn't mention anything about your adopted hometown. Obviously, you're born in California, grew up in Michigan, the Pistons and Magic series and stuff. What are your overall thoughts on that series thus far?
Don't have me come where you don't come with nothing. Don't come with nothing else. You see that on the chest. Don't come with no mess.
I'm gonna tell you something. I used to watch that series, and when Detroit won the second championship, I'm at home in Atlanta. I'm here in Atlanta, and I'm like, damn, man, we got to get there, man. We got to get there, man. And it's like, I don't know if it was. I know there was Magic and all them guys. They were getting older and older, but Detroit had that grit and that dog in them so much. I just think LA couldn't handle all that dog they had. Everybody came in from Edwards to Benny, Rodman, everybody got the dog in them, right? And so they just overpowered the Lakers, man, and it was a done deal. But I used to like the tougher they got when they play against us. The tougher they got, it was like, I want y'all to get as tough as y'all want to get. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving it.
But you went to Michigan State. You know what?
Yeah,
you know what time it was.
I already know. Yeah, you're right. I already know, man. I already know. So I'm just relishing in this, man. I'm like, these guys. I had to take my licks first, second, third. Yeah, man. Especially the first and second. And Rick was one of the first ones to start giving it to me.
really.
Oh, in Washington, man.
Me and Ruben.
I will never forget. He came in the locker room after the game, and I was just got out the shower. He pointed at me, talking about this ugly young motherfucker. I was like, damn. I said, okay, I'll put that in my head, right? I said, I'll put this in my head. And boy, I'm gonna tell you though, but them battles though, man, that put something in me to say, you know what, this league here, man, is tough, man, mentally and physically. And so after me and Rick and them battle all these years, man, now I love that boy now, man. Because I learned from him. I learned from so many guys, man, especially that power forward and center position, man. I talk about these cats all the time, man. It's like that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know, this is my last question for you, Kev. You know, we look at
You're lying. Stop, baby. Go ahead.
I'm lying. You look at today's big man.
Yeah.
You had the midi. You had the jump hook.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm saying, I'm missing that, man. I'm seeing guards do that, but I'm not seeing, people, the big dudes other than, Wemby, but and the Joker. Joker don't even can't even. Yeah, he can't even jump over a stack of Bibles, but still, it's like I'm missing that. Is that something that you want that throwback big man back?
Yeah, I would love to see the big man on the block again, man, and doing that thing, man, and battling down there and kick it and do what you got to do. And it's okay to step away like Dream or somebody like that. It's okay to Patrick. It's okay to do that, man. But that part I miss, man, because I lived in the paint, man. Every once in a while I might get me a little 12, 15 footer. But that paint down there, that jump hook, man, that was the money, man. Because it's like, I believe in it so much, man, and now you don't even see it. It's like Kareem Sky Hook. You don't even see that no more, man. It's like it's history, man. It's history. Yeah.
What do you think about the Magic and the Pistons series? And obviously, it's still early and stuff like that.
It's early. But
go ahead.
They came and let them steal one, man. And but Detroit, they know what they got to do. They're gonna bounce back because right now I think Orlando is really. It's okay to be good that you won one on the road, but they're gonna let it carry them over, man. They're gonna slip up, and Detroit gonna come back and do what they need to do. I honestly believe that. Yeah.
That definitely is the case and stuff. And
I
gotta ask you, because you know what, I've heard so much about the Saint and guys growing up Belmont. I've heard so much about this and stuff. That our good friend BJ Armstrong, he always is talking about the Saint and Belmont. You cut your teeth there and stuff. What was it like for you growing up there in Michigan and doing some battles? And how much did the Saint and those other places have an impact on you developing to get to Michigan State and ultimately to the
NBA? There was nothing like Saint Cecilia, man. When I first started going to Saint Cecilia, I think I was my senior year in high school when we used to go up there playing the summer leagues. But it really wasn't until once I graduated that summer and I started playing with Earl Kiernan and Do-Rod and Kelser and all these guys were up there. Iceman was up there, man. Magic. It was a lot of guys. and everybody wanted that middle game. They
Mm-hmm.
wasn't nobody on that one side of the bleachers. But that second game, man, we talking about loaded with stars, man. We used to go out there, man, and battle, man, like crazy, man. And that's really what sort of got me really, really focused on basketball, competitive. Because in high school, I didn't really play but a year of basketball, a year and a half of basketball in high school. My junior year, I really didn't play that much, but my senior year is when I really kind of took another step. But those guys in St. Cecilia, man, they taught me a lot. And all NBA player, Isaiah, man, all them guys were there, man. It was crazy. Yeah.
Did you ever have to go against that mother Derek Coleman, DC?
Oh, DC wasn't. I never played against DC. Because him, Steve Smith, and all them guys, they were kind of obviously a little bit before us. But after us. But I never played against DC in them. But it was always like all that Magic Johnson's troops and
Roy Tarpley.
Tarp and all that. Tarp. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I remember going up to the Saint and they said, this boy Tarpley. And I'm sitting there going like, who the hell is somebody named Tarpley?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, and God bless his soul. Let me tell you something, G. And Will, I know you seen him. Man, that mother was good. He would have, man, he could shoot. He put that thing on the deck. He get you in the paint, and he turn around and dunk. I was like, well, damn, where this boy going to school at?
You were them all day.
Roy Tarpley.
He reminded me of Rasheed Wallace.
Yep.
Because he could shoot it. He had to turn around, and he could put on the deck a little bit too. But he had a mouth on him, boy. He could
talk shit all day.
All day long, man. I mean, I was like, but Tarp could play, man. He could play.
Yeah.
Like you say, bless his soul, man. But just got off kilter a little bit. But the boy could have some skills, man. He has some skills. He got some skills. Serious.
Yep. Before we let you get on out of here, I got to ask you this. So Rick got a close-up as the Pistons game was on TV, and Rick was sitting there. He was sharp. Rick was cleaner than the board of health, and looked like he was sharper than a number 2 pencil on the first day of school.
That's
now, I heard, and I know for a fact, and I'm going to give credit where credit is due. You was one of the flyest dressing dudes in the NBA.
Oh, yeah.
To you, how much impact do you think you can really help a lot of these young guys, bigs, specifically in the NBA, with the style that they're doing now and mixing some with the past, with the present?
Man, I just got the keys today to my new spot. So I'm working on all that, man. I'm putting this whole thing together from all the way from the 70s all the way to current. It's crazy, Rick. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I these guys, I try to help the guys who, between 6'2", 6'3", and above, who really want to get into the thing. I mean, if you want to dress and just to be cool, whatever, look good, that's fine too. But I'm putting together something, man, with guys who are really like, when I started this in 1988, I studied fashion textiles in college, so that was my major. And so when I got into it, I just happened to be in the league, and all the guys had the same problems. Can't find nothing, to wear, want to look fly, but you can't find nothing unless you get something custom made. And we didn't want to do that because, you could do it, but it takes 6-8 weeks to get something back. So once I got into it, man, I've been doing it ever since. And I'm getting ready to put my whole thing ready for this fall coming up, man. It's gonna be tight.
All I know, Gerald, hold on. All I know, I'm still waiting on my Kevin that Willis and Wall. I want the jeans, baby. What's up, man?
Man,
they got new fabrics now.
He done lost a bunch of weight.
Woo! Hey, you know what?
I got all over the place.
you dirty. You real dirty. I'm telling Ray Hines on you. I'm telling Heine on you.
I just talked to him about 2 weeks ago.
Man, I'm done with you, man. If I don't get, Gerald, he came. Look, Will and them came out with these jeans. Boy, I was like, dude, I need all of them.
What's your weight, dog? What's your waist now?
My net waist is 38. No, 40. 40. Hold
on a minute.
Uh-oh. You got my address.
Oh my God! Look at old Rick, boy. Rick, you down for?
No, no. I got all the flavor, dog.
Hey,
Boy.
you better pick up your phone after this, boy. I'm telling you, you gonna. Hey, Gerald, I'm telling you, when he came out with them jeans, because you know it was hard for us. I remember back in the day when I was with Washington, it was hard. They had them old ugly ass Wrangler jeans,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Levi, if you wanted some, you had to custom order, but they would give you,
Mm-hmm.
you had to get a dozen. So
Yeah.
me and Jeff Rulin and I we got a dozen. He got 6 pair. I got 6 pair.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like that style and being big when K Will started doing his thing and
Woo!
back in the day, I was like, boy, much as I didn't want to give him any compliments because we had to play against each other, that motherfucker walk in there with that cream suit or cream with some off-white roasted wool pants and
Yeah.
just looking sharp. See, I know fashion
Hell
too,
yeah,
but I
dog. You
ain't.
own it.
And he had a camel hair jacket oh my God. I said, this one had a nice turtleneck. I was like,
Oh,
where you get that at? Motherfucker.
I got
But
Mark just mentioned about his ties back in the day. You
whoa.
oh
Look,
yeah.
look, he
shout
all
out to
in there
Mark.
now.
What up, Mark?
Hey,
Hey,
I'm on my way. My boy taking me down on this plane. I'm coming to pick him up.
dog. If you're 40, I went from 34 all the way up to like a 52. So I got him. Six
Yeah.
of them.
Oh, say no
Smooth.
more. We'll talk. You
When,
know,
when,
you
when is,
know.
when is the store opening up?
Huh?
When your store coming open? When is it opening up?
Um, it should be up by July, August, a couple
Okay.
months before the season.
Okay.
So right now, it's getting so damn hot here. We're not gonna worry about wearing a lot of stuff now. We just
Right.
t-shirt all day long. But right around August, September, I'll have all that. But the stuff I got here, you can wear that now.
And,
Hey,
It's summer weight right here.
and you know what? I think that it makes so much sense to really bring guys from yesteryear
Oh
and
yeah.
that was sharp because it seemed like we went through that era where guys were wearing the white t-shirts, the baggy clothes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now I've seen guys are starting to put suits on, do different
Right.
things, stuff like that. And I think I don't even think I know you would be an ideal dude to really, really style and give guys it. My biggest question is, did you ever dabble into that leather area? Did you ever the full leather and do the leather outfit? And gators.
That was the first thing I started doing was leather.
Oh,
he had on the Eddie Murphy leather suit.
Yeah.
I know that. I know that.
Hey, I was a ball boy for the Knicks. Y'all would only come there, I think, 3 times or so, 2-3 times or whatever. But I know you fly. I always said, yo, hands down. You
leather, dog.
You did the leather.
That's the first thing I started doing was leather, man. Yeah. I know leather like the back of my hand, man. Leather,
But K Will, this is just officially my last question. When you look at the guys sitting on the bench, what do you want to say to them and saying, dude, being a lot, I'm sick of the baggy jeans. I'm sick of, the guys coming in with an ugly sweatsuit on and they trying to keep it real. I'm looking at it like corporate America, or you trying to get your ends on the other side. I want to see somebody get on that bench. Even the coaches don't get dressed no more. They got, everybody, the uniform, but Chuck Daly, little Mike Fratello would wear, he could find them boys. Pat Riley. I'm like, come on, come on, man. I missed that.
When I see it now, what really pisses me off is when I see a guy sit on the bench, man, and he got glasses on.
Yeah,
when I feel like if I was on the team, I'm gonna go rip the glass off Robert's face because it's disrespecting the game. I don't know who you think you are, but that's not the professionalism we're about. And I always say to myself when I see that, I said, a guy gonna come how he wants to come, but you got to think about all the stuff off the court, corporate stuff, business-minded stuff. Because when corporate America sees you and they say, wait a minute, a great kid, maybe great talent, but image is everything. And so if you don't reflect this, they're going to look at you like, no, you're too immature. You're not ready for this, especially in this world up here. And that's what I see, man. I can't condone and say, you know what, but if you're a professional, you got to come and dress the part, man. If you're wearing jeans, man, at least throw on something that's not chains all over it and emblems all over the place. You know, just look the part on the bench, man. That's all it is to it. But because from a corporate standpoint, you want somebody to look at you and say, you know what, in a year or two, I'm going to bring that kid into my organization or see if we can get something going one day. That's how you do that, period.
Is there a player that you looked up to while either you were playing or before you played that you admired the way they dress? And were kind of like, yo, they were on your level or somebody.
I used to see guys like Kareem or Bob Lanier or Julius when they come down to Detroit and play at the Cobo Hall, and I used to get some tickets sometime and go to the game and see these guys come out and walk out. You know, they got the furs on or they got that. And I really wasn't in the fashion then, but I could tell when you're looking sharp. So, but we didn't have a lot of that, man, coming in the league. We try to piecemeal stuff, man. That's one reason why I got into it, because we had, what's the store in Southfield at Northland?
Oh my gosh. Because I bought my first leather suit there. Oh my God. It wasn't Cousins. It was oh my gosh. Dang, but I'm gonna remember it after you get off.
He had all the leather jackets, the members only jackets, all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Hey, man, I sit back.
Man. But we used to go there every time we come into town, because we know we're gonna spend the night and all that. We used to come there, man, and grab our member only jackets, man. Cliff used to buy about 8 suits, man, and we get some suits. Jack's place.
Jack's place. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jack's place. Yep.
And was there a guy when you were in the league that you looked at and said, yeah, you know what, I like his style. I like what he's doing?
Oh man, Magic used to do it. Reggie Theus used to do it. Nick used to do it. Jordan did it. So we had some guys.
Come on now, it's Oak some love.
Oh, for sure, Oak, man. For sure, Oak.
Hey.
Yeah. Wait a minute. But now I got it.
And Rick tried to come with it too now.
Hey, Rick was dressing like he was in the Gap Band back then. I'm sorry.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, Gerald, that's why you can't find your doggone starter jacket shoes. Raggedy. Nah, but you know, Will, every time, see Gerald and fans out there that are listening, we had a dress code. We had to wear a suit, we had to wear sports, couldn't wear jeans. And
Right.
you know, later on they started being a little bit more lax with the jeans, but we're flying commercial. So they were like, you're a professional. And that's what it is. You are, with the word professional is something that you have to let it, get in. I'm looking at guys sitting on the bench, and I understand you got your own style, your own fit, whatever. But make it, like you just said, you're a professional basketball player. If you make $1 million or you making millions of dollars, you can always find a tailor somewhere, or somewhere you could go. If you could go buy off the rack, go to Ray, go see Ray Hines up at Kachini.
There you go.
Go see my boy Everett Hall down in D.C. You know, and my man Terrence Dees. You know, these guys, they know style and they keep up with up-to-date fashion, because I go in my closet, I'd be like, what am I gonna wear today? It's a time and a place where you can sit up there, let your pants hang out. Nah, you done moved into the professional world.
That's right.
You look at men that are dressed up, and you go like, man, that dude's sharp. But if you getting out of a Rolls Royce and you got your pants hanging down your butt, man, I don't want to see that stuff, man. You know, if you go, and I'm not saying you can't keep it real, but keep it professional.
Yeah, it's about keeping it professional. You're already real. It's about keeping it professional and looking beyond the basketball court. because one day you got to step off that court. When you step off that court, you want to be able to maintain your money. Going to keep you afloat, but you want to be able to maintain that those opportunities to present in the corporate space, your own business. People take you serious because playing basketball, you know, they're already saying, well, these jocks don't know nothing. That old stupid saying. But, you know, my thing is always be professional, man, and then try to position yourself when that game stops, man. That's what it's about. I learned that from Doc Rivers, man. Doc Rivers.
And learn how to articulate how you speak. Don't go in there, yeah, what's up, you know? Yeah. I mean, we know when to turn that on. You got to be able to flip the switch and say, oh, Rick Mahorn, or you know, and like you're in the fashion world, and you know you got to come you and be like, yo, what's up, shorty? You know, hell no.
You got to articulate that stuff and understanding your craft, man, and be able to express yourself, man, and know your craft, know your business, know what you're talking about, know the lingo, know the language. You got to be able to do it, man. Period.
Yeah. And, Kev, before we let you get on out of here, is there a player currently in the NBA
SGA
you would like to you would like the style? No. You like his style?
No, I love his style. SGA,
I do too.
Yeah, SGA got it going on. Yeah,
really?
He got that flavor, man.
You know he remind me of? He reminds me of Clyde Frazier.
No.
Oh, come on, man. Walt coming there. He say, till this day, 80-something years old, is still coming there with all that stuff.
But you look at Clyde Frazier, how he was now, how he does now.
Now
that's his MO now.
Yeah.
When he was playing.
Yeah, I know
that's
that.
What I'm talking about when he was playing.
Oh, yeah. Clyde was. The reason why I responded like that, I was like, wait a minute. Clyde was putting that sweat, them gators on. Wait a minute, hold on now. I know that Clyde. Clyde was sharp. That's sharp right there. But you put SGA in that category?
Man, SGA can come. He come with it, man. He come with it. He know how to put it together, man. He know how to put it together.
All day.
Yeah.
All day. And see, that's the thing. The fashion world gonna look at him and say, man, we gotta have him here.
Yeah.
You know, that's another opportunity if he's making $70 million. This is more for him. It's like MJ was coming to the game pretty sharp. So I go like, well, damn. Either I gotta, and when I would see K. Will, I'd be like, I gotta step my game up, just tweaking it just a little bit more. But it was the fact that I got all these, you know, other opportunities outside of basketball.
Right.
Because basketball, you can't play like LeBron with all this new technology. I wish they had it back when we were playing.
There you go.
But shoot, you got what you got in 19 years, right? 22. I'm sitting here going like, I just wanted to get another year. And the fact is, you get opportunities and you say, damn, that was good. That was good.
There you go. Yeah.
Definitely. Hey, listen, Kevin, really appreciate it. Before we let you go, let our fans know what you got coming up. Obviously, you know about the store. Where I know, obviously, it won't just be specifically for NBA players. It's for everyday people and stuff like that, helping them.
It's really positioned for all athletes, but it started with obviously my peers, teammates, and my peers throughout the NBA, and then it sort of kind of branched off into MLB, NFL players, boxers. So we got a good selection and group of people that we service. But now I'm getting to not necessarily into the mainstream because that's a huge undertaking, and I try to stay focused on what I do. But we can cater to men who are in corporate America, who corporate, some of the biggest corporate heads are 6'3", 6'4", and so we kind of speak to those guys as well.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, where can people find out all you have going on and stuff like that? Where can people find it?
The website won't be up, man, until at least another 6 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you'll let us know.
Yeah, I'll let you know when it's all
let us know. I'm going to actually be out in at ATL. I'm going to be a lot down there. I'm coming down there in the second week of May and stuff like that. But
that's because he wants to go down there and get some of those lemon pepper chicken wings.
There you go. There you go. I'll be down there in NFL season, whatever. But definitely let us know and applaud you, man. Good brother. Thank you so much, man, coming on the show.
Always, boy. You know what
always. Love you too.
All right, boy.
When you get a chance, come on back on, man. We appreciate you.
Let me know, man. Let me know. Anytime you got my man right here, you know what time it is.
All right, boy.
The business. NBA champion, Kevin Willis.
Yeah.
All right, fellas.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Yo, Rick, so I got to ask you this, man, before we let you get on out of here, man. A couple of things. Billy Donovan steps down from obviously being the head coach of the
Chicago.
Chicago Bulls and stuff. How surprised were you about that, if any?
I wasn't surprised. I mean, coming from college to coming to the pros is a big adjustment. You have big egos. And you got to play. You got to deal with the governors of your team, and you also got to deal with the guy. You can't be the young kids that he was getting in college and winning championships, the Joakim Noahs and all that. You're able to control an environment because you're the head of the snake. Now you come up there, you have to report to the upper brass, and you got to work between two, and you had a disappointing season. I mean, I look at him, I look at Doc. It's hard to try to convince these, and I'm not saying these young men, this is what you got to do. These dudes are making 50, $60 million. And if you can't, sometimes you look at them, you go, well, how can I reach them? How could you relate? Because they have other opportunities. That's why I love a JB Bickerstaff, and also, the way that he communicates with the players, but yet the players respect what he says. And that's what I like to see the stuff. I always like guys that can push me and make me better. Sometimes guys don't want to be pushed to be better.
Yeah. I was talking about before you came on, and I was saying that, in the NBA, especially Knicks fans, after the first game, right, they had fans out in the street, people were celebrating, people were all hyped up. And it was like, you know what? They're not that type of organization, or better yet, a team that you can really hang your hats on and say, oh, we just gonna skate through here. And now the after effect, I called it the day after, where so many of the fans were distraught, was upset. And I said that, you know what? I talked to somebody in the NBA currently now on the coaching staff, and he said, you think about this. The Knicks are perhaps maybe the only franchise in the playoffs currently that has so much pressure on them, more pressure than the Oklahoma City Thunder, who won the championship, because of the expectation. And really, it's something that you just can't worry about. And he also mentioned that it's a difficulty winning at home at times consistently. Would you agree with the fact is that the Knicks have the most pressure on them of all the playoff teams in the playoffs, and the difficulty of winning all of your home games?
Well, here's the thing with the Knicks. It's the biggest city in America. They always want it now. Between the Giants, the Yankees, they are, and it's a lot of pressure for them because you're playing in the metropolitan, the biggest city in America. Then you look at the Lakers, and they got pressure on them too. And then you go the next one, Chicago. Right now, they already took, Michael brought them up to, to the promised land multiple times. And then they had Derrick Rose, and that didn't work. That's where you get, that's where you find a lot of pressure on you when you go to the big cities. When you go to the cities like OKC, and you go to cities like Detroit or even Miami, it's like you feel like you deserve it. You deserve it. You don't deserve it till you earn it. And that's why it's so much pressure when you play for the Knicks, where if they don't win, and the last time they won was with Clyde Frazier and Willis Reed and them, and that's a long, I can't breathe that long time.
You are so wrong.
No, but let's look at it, G. It's like, it's like if you play bad in New York, they're gonna boo you. If you play good in New York, they're gonna love you. But they kept thinking Tibbs was the problem, where Tibbs was the guy that tried to motivate these guys. Like, he may have been a grinder, but that sometimes you gotta have that grinding type attitude. You gotta have. I love my homeboy coming from hard hitting New Britain, but you look at him, it's like he demanded a lot, and the guys, they got out there. Maybe they called him the grinder, but Mike Brown's a different type of coach, and it's all about the players on the court.
Yeah, they got so much pressure, and I think the biggest thing is, look, it's kind of like, if you will, the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, I mean, the Pistons in a different situation. Look, it was a long time off. And we had this discussion last week, I think, in rest over rust. And it shows up. No matter how much you try to avoid it, it shows up. And you lose one game. The
Yeah.
series is not the end of the world. It's not a 5-game series, but at the end of the day, it's just so much pressure for the Knicks fans. And I mean, with the Pistons, it's going to bounce
And
back.
I forgot Boston. I mean, you got a lot of pressure in Boston too.
I think, but Rick, honestly, let's be honest and let's be clear. There's no other franchise right now that has more pressure on them than
Because
the
they
Knicks.
ain't winning so damn long.
Exactly. So the
Yeah.
thing is, it's so much like people were saying. I don't know if you saw the play last night. They were like, "Well, Mikal Bridges should have went to the basket." It's 5 seconds. They won. He couldn't get there.
Hey, if they won, you wouldn't hear about it.
Yeah, it's like, come on, and like this is where it's just sometimes this whole just knee-jerk reaction is just need to relax. Is that kind of when you look at things after that game 1 loss? Was there a sense of disappointment? What was kind of the mood in Detroit that you kind of got a taste of with the game 1 loss of the Pistons?
Well, I look at when you're playing against a team that played 2 games that's still like in a rhythm. Pistons got to get their rhythm back. It's all about, the continuity, the cadence that you had before you had the break. And, with being in the Pistons position, you don't know who to prepare for. And practice is not going to give you what the game gives you, because you'll find out that first minute because you're excited. But that first minute, man, you out there, the fans are gearing up. They want to see, the Pistons did the 60-win games in the regular season, but all of a sudden everything's 0-0. Orlando, you got to give it to them. Take your hat off to them. They came here, they did their job. They won the game. And it's not over until it's over.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be a big game tomorrow and stuff. It's be really, really exciting to see how it all plays out because, it's still a lot of the series. Game 1, but I just said before, relax, Knicks fans. It's okay. And relax. They are going to state of panic. It's like, see there. And it's just like time and time again, every year.
This ain't the NC2A's one and you out. No, this is it. You got 7 games. So get over it, chill, whatever. I'm looking at people and the fans here in Detroit. Chill. It's 1 game. Let's see what happens in game 2. If it's tied up, cool. If it's not, then you panic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that about wraps up the show. Rick, you got game 2 tomorrow. You got your outfit ready?
I was looking at, I'm in my, in my truck. I'm looking to see what kind of new gear I got. Let's see.
We got exclusive. You got an exclusive.
Let's see. I'm looking to see. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm sitting here just contemplating. It'll hit me tomorrow. I ain't got to worry about it today. But when it's cold down in Orlando, I could throw my this on a little bit. Just to keep myself warm. I think
a turtleneck.
now it's a sweater. It's just a, it's a little, because in the arena it gets a little cold. So I don't know.
It'll be that cold in the arena.
Hey, it's chilly. It's chilly, and they got the air conditioner on. It's 80 something to 80 plus degrees down there. They're gonna try to keep it down to 70. I might get a little cold, so I may just need to put this on a little bit. I don't know. I might need a hat or something like that. I don't know yet. So I'm trying to, because I got to pack, so I got to make sure I'm right.
Well, you know what, Rick, in all seriousness, man, definitely speedy recovery to your missus, man, and definitely hope she's coming along and stuff, and hopefully you doing all the chores around the house like you're supposed to. And I know that you got it going in and fix it.
All I know, Gerald, I'm out. I'll talk to you, man. Peace and love and hair grease. I'm out.
Hey, make sure you follow us on Instagram or social media. Go and subscribe to the Bottom Line Sports Show channel. Listen, we got a lot of content out there. We're going to have some amazing guests back on tomorrow. Going to wrap up all the games. Going to get it going. Going to have former NBA player Anthony Morrow going to chime in. And next week, hopefully we have Rick on as we get ready for another episode of the Bottom Line Sports Show. So do us a favor, support the product, because again, it's for you guys. And you know what? We're all here doing it for the bottom line, doing it for you, Bottom Line Sports Show style. For Rick Mahorn, I'm Gerald Brown. And would like to thank Mr. Kevin Willis, but more importantly, we would like to thank you. Oh, also, I forgot, before I get on out of here, make sure you check me out. I'm doing the post-game wrap-up show on SiriusXM NBA Radio Saturday night. Make sure you check me out. And like I said before, support the show. It's your first time. Whenever you look at the show and get it, subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate that. So you could be abreast on what's going on. And we're going to have some amazing content as the NBA playoffs are here. We're not going to neglect the NFL draft. That will be, again, a big occasion. So we'll be doing some shows and might be doing some live shows the rest of this week to support the NBA draft as well, the NFL draft, as well as the NBA playoffs. And definitely, Mark, yes, I will definitely make sure to connect with you and appreciate all the love. But subscribe to the channel. I know you see it a lot of the times at the bottom, youtube.com. /The Beeline Sports Show. We really appreciate it because, again, it's a labor of love, and we try to give you quality. We don't try, we do give you quality sports talk without all the shenanigans, and we have a bunch of amazing guests still on tap. For Rick Mahorn, Kevin Willis, I'm Gerald Brown. Bottom Line Sports Show's out. Enjoy the NBA playoffs, and let's go Yankees. Peace.